What's up YouTube, Zombiekillerhere here with a video for the Krogan Vanguard. This is after patch 1.08, which they changed around rage, which makes Krogan using rage actually viable, other than just trying to get a health bonus, which kinda sucked. Wasting all those skill points and just a health bonus when rage was virtually unusable, unless if you got in this ability right here, which will allow you to trigger rage at low health, but then at those points it was not even worth it. But anyways, now after patch 1.06, now you get rage when you kill multiple enemies at close range within 30 seconds. Now, it does not have to be a knife now, which is good, because before trying to get like a rage with the Krogan Vanguard, even with this ability which needed one less knife, it was still pretty hard to get rage mode on bronze. You know, it was not really reliable to try to one up a knife to get rage mode. So I'm glad they changed it. Of course, now the knives are a lot better than what they used to be. And now I think it actually registers a knife kill as a knife kill. Because before it wouldn't, which, you know, you'll knife like 5 enemies within the amount of time and be like, where's my kill? I mean, where's my rage mode? But anyways, that's just my bad experience with rage. Sure, multiple people have. This is one of the few builds that I would actually recommend dividing your skill points up instead of maxing out 4 trees. Now, if you decide to max it out, then I would probably suggest taking out the points from fortified and put it into rage. I'd probably go for this one and then this one. This one for more health and shields, which would help you stay alive. Also, it will increase the kill range to plus 50% kill range, which if it adds right, it should be 15 meters away, which will be good. And also it gives allies damage resistance, plus 30 damage resistance while in that thing. Personally, I did not go for this, because I felt like even though this is useful, fortified was more useful for this. But rage is still so useful that you want rage. But anyways, I'll get into the explanation for that. Alright, with fortified, both of these really don't matter. Like, this would be the best one, but both of these would not really matter because you're vanguard. You'll be teleporting around, regenerate your shields. Alright. And then also, wait, where was I? Right here, you're gonna be teleporting around. You're not gonna be standing still, so you won't be accumulating the damage resistance for standing still. And right here, while damage resistance is helpful, so you don't want to be getting rid of that damage resistance. Altogether, this will give you 70% damage resistance, which it says up at top, well, not 70%, but 70 damage resistance, which it says in the description. For instance, 100 damage resistance cuts your incoming damage in half, so this will almost half your damage taken, so it's very useful to help you stay alive. And then I put some points into here because rage is good. And really, at the end, this is completely, could be good, but not really. And then this would be like the one that you want to grab, but the damage resistance permanently I thought was better. So I personally kept with the damage resistance with fortified. But anyways, in rage, I just chose max health and shields, and then 15% damage. 15 damage resistance while in rage mode. Because you're not meleeing, so you don't need this. And this will just give you a little bit extra health to let you survive easier. And a little bit more damage resistance. And now into the actual build itself. Because these are only technical things. You could take out Fortify and take out almost 50% damage resistance to max this out. But anyways. Now, since anything killing up close, it's gonna put you in rage mode. I went with a power build for Charge and Nova so I could deal huge damage up close. So Charge, I went for the extra damage, the power boost after I do Charge, and then more damage for the Charge, plus also more shields and damage resistance, which will throw me over the 50% damage resistance when combined with Fortified. And then with the power damage, if I do a follow-up with Nova, I got more damage over radius. And then I have damage versus armor, because personally I like to fight the Outlaws, even though I know they are now the second hardest faction. Remnant is now the easiest, but still, I like fighting the Outlaws. So, I got armor. You can go for shields if you plan on fighting Cat or Remnant a lot. It will help you out. And then, I got the 40% damage boost, which also can prime them. So, what I could essentially do is charge in Nova, and then if Charge is back, I can do another charge on anybody that gets primed and do a combo detonating, which can also be helpful. And then over here I got a power damage boost plus a melee damage boost because it comes with melee over weapon, because like I said, I'm relying on Charge and Nova to take out everything. Then head point weak shot, because I'm not going to be up in the air. It's stupid to be, so spare ammo will definitely help out more. Then here will give you more power damage and force, and also increase your weight capacity to ridiculous levels. With the, what is it? Third one down, 30% weight capacity, plus here at the very bottom, 25% weight capacity. That's a 55% weight capacity, which equals ridiculous amount of weight. Like for example, let's see what happens if I carry some of the more heavier guns. These two are some of the most heaviest guns I have. And as you see, it takes the same amount of weight to put you overweight. Anyways, let's put it back to how it was. Alright, so personally, I have the Ding Hong, or however you pronounce it, because it's a very powerful, damaging shotgun. Also, the Crusader would work too, or the Piranha. If you don't have any of these, then probably pick one of these. Scatter Shot would be a good choice. Even though it's not too damaging of a shotgun, it does have unlimited ammo, so you combine it with your powers, and you really don't have to worry about reloading. And then I got the Hurricane because it's a nice fast firing pistol that will just melt enemies up close. Now I do know like the Wizard is a little bit stronger, but I just want it for the fast fire way. Also, if I decided to, I could put out an ammo, and the Hurricane will help me prime enemies quick with the ammo. Then I charge in, detonate. But this class really don't need too much of a boost. If you want to increase your damage even more, grab the adaptive war amp. Otherwise, I would highly recommend Revive Pack Transmitter because I find it to be the most useful overall. If you want to be a team player, if you're going solo, then just do this. Some boosters that will help is ammo boosters if you want to prime, weapon boosters for the weapons you like, power booster for the biotic powers, power recharge speeds, even more shields could help. Now if you want to go towards a melee build, you can do that, and you can make a pretty decent melee build, but personally, as far as it goes with the melee, I'm more interested in just letting the person that I think is the best melee, which is the Asari Duelist, just stay as the queen of melee. Now the Krogans can do a good job of meleeing now, but still, I say they're better off just staying away from the melee, just use it if you need it. You do have some 40% melee boost here, and 25% when you're in rage, and then 15% default. Plus also, what do I not have it on here? Alright, good. So I don't have it on there. So yeah, that's all the melee boost that you got. So you still got a pretty good melee boost. So if for some reason they survive for a little bit, you could always just melee them. But personally, I like to use this guy as more of a power thing, because you could do lots of kills quickly to enter rage mode. When your power's on cooldown, use your guns. And this guy's pretty easily buyable. And hopefully this video helps. Personally, I think this is one of the best ways to build a Krogan Vanguard. But like I said, if you want to max out rage, I would recommend Unstoppable for just that bonus damage resistance, because you're not going to be knifing. Unless if you decide to go for a knife build, then grab martial arts. And then get this, but I personally prefer to have this, where I almost have 100%, and then when combined with charge, I got 100% damage resist, well, 100 points of damage resistance, which will give me about 50, well, actually probably about like 60% damage resistance, somewhere between 50 to 60, I think. So anyways, that's the build. Hopefully it's helpful. I'll see you guys on the next build.